Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It is Season Pass Day today inside of FC25, and we actually have some interesting leaks to look at for the free part, the standard part of the Season Pass that nobody's really been talking about yet. But the big news is this. Yes, Ultimate TOTS is in fact bringing the end of an era SBCs that we were all hoping we would see. There's 9 different end of an eras that EA have teased. We know some of the names, but some are still going to be a surprise. We're going to take a look at that and what the other part of this loading screen talks about. Putellas, Mbappe, Shaqiri. We're going to have over 55 Team of the Season cards re-released in packs for Ultimate TOTS tomorrow, and there's even more incoming with whatever specials are being re-released. We're going to watch out for leaks of that today. And with all of this news, the season pass maybe being 500,000 coins, however much it is, by the time this video is out, some of you guys will be seeing that. By the hype of Ultimate TOTS and everything there, the SBCs, the market is dropping. What is it going to do today, though? For some cards that are getting re-released, it'll go down. For other cards, it might go up. We're going to talk about it. If you guys are excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's quickly go over yesterday's Wednesday content, which we got what we thought we were going to get. In the SBC part of the game, we didn't get a player SBC. I thought the daily player SBCs were a thing even throughout this week of TOTS, but I guess not. No player SBC yesterday, but we did have the MLS and Saudi League TOTS guaranteed, the combined pack as we thought it would be. It was. This one is actually interesting, not because it's super crazy or anything like that, but it made 85 rateds move on the market. Notice here, 85 and higher overall players, exactly 5. Who's turning in anything over 85 for this? Let's be completely honest. They are the cheapest cards you could buy off the market to put into this, and they did go up yesterday. I mean, they were 2.8, 2.9K. I think they went to about 3.5 or 3.7. They're going to go down today with Rivals rewards. I know, maybe not a lot of people opening Rivals rewards, but you will still see some supply hit the market today. So if you do have some of those before rewards, make sure to cash out on those. But I mean, honestly, it was just a fun, cheap, guaranteed pack for that one and the rest of the World TOTS upgrade. I almost didn't do the rest of the World TOTS upgrade, but I ended up doing it. So I turned in a 92 rated TOTS card and some 83s and 82s for a 94 TOTS. So yeah, that wasn't really super worth it. None of the TOTS upgrade SBCs this year have felt that amazing, to be honest, but at least is a chance at something from the current TOTS squads that are out for a pretty low price. Now, let's go to Evolutions, where we had the CDM Evo that was leaked, and it's not a terrible one. I don't think the stat limits are that great, but there are a lot of cards that look pretty good in this, and I think it's because it gives good playstyle pluses. You get Intercept Plus, Block Plus, and Pinged Plus, but you also get Bruiser and Long Ball regular playstyles added to your card. You go up to 94 physical. That's kind of the biggest thing here. It's a more of a defensive and physical boost, and if you have a CDM who's lacking in those areas, like this Frankie de Jong, it actually makes him look pretty good. The pace maximum, though, only going to 89, does feel maybe not the best. So if you have a card who is pretty decent already, putting them into this could make them pretty great. Like this Musa card for me, I think with this being a free evolution, I mean, it's a solid upgrade for a free evolution. I really like the Intercept Plus being the first playstyle plus. So if you're putting a card in here who's got 2 PS pluses and Intercept is not one of them, this is a perfect evolution for that. And the fact that it's free, it's not bad. I wish it was 92 max overall, to be completely honest, but there are some pretty good cards that come out of this. This Bentancur with Anticipate, Intercept, and Tiki Taka. That is his 91 rated Dream Chasers version that's actually pretty common in those 1 of 15 Encore picks. You got a Teo Hernandez combo Evo, the De Jong there, Bombito even fit this one if you had that evolution chain from earlier on in the year, Lucas Bergvall. There's a decent number of cards that fit this, so if there's one for you that looks good, go ahead and get that one done. It is free, and that is the best part about it. Now, the biggest news of yesterday was absolutely this loading screen here. And yet again, EA kind of teasing with the leaks. But before we get to that, I want to talk about the season pass. Because, of course, I'm recording this just a couple hours before the new season pass is going to come out. So I don't want to talk about it for forever, since for most of you guys watching this, it'll already be out. But really quickly, just literally hours before this new pass is dropping, we are learning of more season pass players that are going to be in, I think, the standard part of the season pass. Honestly, that Rafael Leao card, that's pretty crazy. I would guess he's the level 35 option at the very end of the free or the standard part of the season, which once again, if you get the paid season pass, you get both the standard and the premium rewards. So everything that we looked at earlier in the week with the Kaká at the end, with the Maignan, with the Grealish and the Layman and all those play styles and packs in between there, you get all that plus everything from the standard pass. So Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Eric Dyer striker card. I'm absolutely trying that card out. Aerial, incisive, low driven, and finesse with 99 shooting. Sign me the frick up for that. Xhaka center back. That card looks kind of interesting. Gallagher striker looks interesting as well. Again, it is all shapeshifters through this season, or for the most part. It sounds like, though, we may be getting some of the first Women's Euro Path to Glory cards as part of the season pass for Dudek and for Manum. Actually, Manum just got a card as a part of the Arsenal squad that won the Women's Champions League, but she's getting another card here, and these are the upgrades for how they will progress inside of that tournament that is happening, I think, at the start of July, but they're putting them into the season pass now. So that's something to kind of watch out for today. And once again, these are the premium season pass rewards. Sanchez, Pedro, or a pack here at the beginning. You know, for most of us today, probably like levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be possible. They'll probably give us a little bit of SP today as a part of content. Once again, if you're trying to get all the SP you possibly can, today is a good day to be in those manager and player objectives. I haven't done these since the beginning of last season, to be honest, or clubs objectives. You can get some extra SP in here. And I mean, you probably could get up to like level 5 or level 6, which if you are able to get to level 6 today, then you'd be able to get that 4,000 SP boost and then get to level 10. So I don't know how possible that's going to end up being, but for you guys that grind the SP, that is going to be there. Also, it is worth mentioning, if you're watching this video before the new season comes out, I don't know when this pack expires. Let me check right now, but there is this 50,000 coin pack in the store. It expires before the season ends. I'm going to actually open this right now just so that I get the 1,000 SP boost as a part of this, and it's going to sit amount assigned, and I'll be up a level just to begin everything. Yeah, you can see right there. So I'm just going to send that to the club, and I'm just going to leave this here, and then we'll claim that once the new season comes out. Yes, I just paid 50K for one level in the season pass, but hey, it's the beginning of the new pass, and that's that right there. But I'm going to guess it's still 500K. We'll see if my guess holds true for what that is. And with it being either 500K, 350K, whatever it's going to be, that is going to impact the market even a little bit today. You've already seen a lot of prices drop because people are getting their coins ready for Ultimate TOTS. They're preparing for cards to drop for that, but also we're getting our coins ready to be able to fork over the coins for this paid season pass, which again, I still believe there's a lot of great value in that for how much reward spend you're getting for the actual coin spend that you're putting in for it. So that's kind of one thing to watch out for today. I do think after rewards today, though, I think the market could start to even out a little bit, and maybe there's going to be a little bit less crashing because we're going to start learning who is in packs. That's the real key. If you know a card's not going to be in packs, or a certain type of card's not going to be in packs, then that's going to create a really good opportunity to go back on the market and buy some of those cards that have been panic sold. So we're going to talk about the market a little bit more later on, especially with some investments that I do like still today. But let's get to the news that was the biggest news, guys. It's this. Like, wow, we hoped we were going to get the KDB and the Modric end of an era. We're not just getting those guys. We are getting 9 end of an eras. That's an end of an era SBC basically every single day for Ultimate Team of the season, and then a couple days with 2. And it all started yesterday before content with this tweet: end of an era, Kevin De Bruyne is coming soon. This is not the official card. That's the next step for this leak in particular. And since he was leaked first, I'd have to imagine that he's coming tomorrow on Friday. What a way to start off Ultimate TOTS, the last week of Team of the season. This is a big W from EA. 99 passing needs to be on this card, okay? 5-star, 5-star, hopefully. 99 passing would be sick. If you guys did the flashback KDB earlier on this year, you know how good this card is. Maybe I'm just a little bit biased because I used that card, and this was one of the cards that stayed in my team for ages. Only 266 games played. That's a lot for me, I'll be completely honest. But this was the guy that made the L2 through balls, and just incisive. Every pass that he made was insane. But I'm super excited for this KDB. because he should still have the Manchester City links on this end of an Era card. He should, even though he is now a Napoli player, should still have the Manchester City links. He's still got his Man City card that's in packs right now. But that SBC right there is a massive one. That's probably the end of an era that a lot of people were excited to be looking for and hoping to see as a part of these end of an era leaks that we're seeing. Now, with all these cards that are a part of this screen right here, a lot of the theories are coming out. Who's the French player? Is it Lacazette? Who's the Scotland player? Nobody seems to know right now. We do know some of the other names, or at least potential other names for the rest of the end of an eras. You've got Modric in there, obviously, as the Croatian card. You've got KDB. There's another Dutch card, though. Could be Toby Alderweireld or Jan Vertonghen. Either of those two guys. Allegedly, they both have just retired. Mats Hummels, Thomas Muller, Carlitos Vela, and then the rest we're not entirely sure on. But these other names that are kind of written here are kind of more confirmed. Thomas Muller was actually leaked, but that's a great list. Like, honestly, GG, it all comes down now to the prices of these SBCs and how good they boost up the stats. I'm really curious to see in that regard how good they do it and how expensive they make the SBCs too, because I think a lot of us would be fine to say we haven't had SBCs really that we feel like we have to craft and work towards. A lot of the player SBCs have been really cheap in the past week, and even some of the other ones from previous weeks of Team of the Season like haven't been that expensive either. Like the Balde SBC was pretty cheap. Like even these, we think of an Icon SBC, which got maybe 10, 11, 12, 14 squads that you have to craft towards. Probably some of these cards are going to end up being like that. Do we need to invest in fodder for this sort of situation? I think there is an investment with fodder that you can make, but it's actually with Team of the Seasons. And I think today during Rivals Rewards, I'm going to mention it again. We've been talking about it a lot this week. I think investing in TOTS cards, Team of the Seasons, not Team of the Season highlights, maybe some Team of the Season highlights as well if they go like down to like 11, 12,000 coins. But TOTS cards in general, since they are the way, if you're doing a 89, 90, or a 91 rated squad on this game right now, you're probably turning in some 88s, some 89s, and then how are you getting that rating up? Probably some 92, 93, 94 Team of the Season cards. All TOTS cards right now are 15K. They're going to drop a little bit today with rewards. I think it's a great opportunity to get in. If it's 13,000 coins or below, I think is your price that you want to pay for those. TOTS highlights, you'd probably want to see like 11 to 12K, and try to focus on the 93s and 94s, especially the 94s. I think they're primed for a bigger rise because they are higher rated. And if you have a 94 rated card, you throw that into a 90 rated squad, you just need a few 88s, 89s, and maybe another 91 or 92 to keep that going. I know Ultimate TOTS is going to bring out some of those higher rated TOTS cards, and even some of the lower rated ones are still going to be in packs. I still think that's a really good investment as we head out of Ultimate TOTS with a lot of SBCs incoming. Now, you could say as well, Nate, will EA require some of those specific ratings like 88s, 89s, 90s, or 91s and say you need to put in 3 or 4 or 5 of those into a specific SBC? They could. And since the focus is going to be on SBCs, I think it's also a safe shout to go buy one of each of the 90 rated gold cards, one of each of the 91 rated gold cards as well. They're at minimum price. Just because if we do get a lot of SBCs that are good value with those end of an eras and just a lot of hype in general, fodder actually could maybe pick up off the floor a little bit. Maybe even you stock a couple of 89s. But honestly, for most of this fodder to move, in my opinion, it's going to take a specific rating requirement. That's what it took for the 85s and the 86s. So we'll just be watching very carefully if that happens for any of these end of an eras. Then we'll be ready and willing to invest and maybe make some moves on the market because of that. But TOTS cards are my favorite for sure investment right now in terms of fodder on this game. Now, let's talk about the TOTS cards coming into packs. Of course, that loading screen shows TOTS, Putellas, Mbappe, and Shaqiri. And that kind of tells us how EA is going to split this up. There's going to be a men's team in Ultimate TOTS. There's going to be a women's team in Ultimate TOTS. And there's going to be the minor league, as we've been talking about. A lot of jokes about minors. Maybe not the best name that EA could have chosen for this third league of Ultimate TOTS. But it was leaked yesterday that Ultimate TOTS will have more than 55 total Team of the Season players in it, which actually isn't that big of a team, because for like League One Team of the Season, Premier League TOTS, with the 3 teams that we had in packs then, we've been having, we're used to 45 to 50 Team of the Season cards in packs each and every week of TOTS. So it's just a little bit more than that, but they're all going to be higher rated, or most of them are going to be higher rated, and that's where the juice really is. And still, we don't know yet about the other special cards that are getting re-released. What cards are those? That's the biggest leak I think today that we have to be watching out for. Are they going to re-release the UCL winter cards? I don't think so, but we got to wait and see for the leaks if that's going to happen. Now, 55 or more TOTS cards going to be re-released. Some of the names are starting to trickle out. The guys know, like, if he's saying more than 55, he knows the team. He just hasn't tweeted about it yet. Some of these guys are starting to figure it out, though. Barcola TOTS, Shaqiri team of the season. Obviously, he's on that loading screen. He is in. Yajkarej is going to be in. Now, the interesting thing for me is some people are asking, like, Nate, what about Ronaldo and Messi? Surely they're going to get re-released, but are they a part of the minor TOTS? Or, since they're kind of the main league of this week of TOTS, are they a part of the men's league? So that's one thing I'm really not too sure about there. But Yajkarej is in. David De Gea is in. Guys, this guy is extinct on the market still at 152K. He is not going to be extinct for much longer because people are going to start selling his card. He's getting re-released. That's great because I didn't pack him, and he's super OP, and I would like another chance to pack him. If you have this card tradable, take the cash because he's probably not going to be 150K, as he is now going to be re-released back into packs. So watch out for that one. Mbappe, Nuno Mendes, and Lamine Yamal are in, which is kind of names you would expect. So Nuno Mendes is maybe the only one here that I'm like, ooh, okay, that's kind of interesting. That's not an obvious one. Same thing with De Gea. Just watch out on the TOTS part of the market today for two different reasons. Of course, a card like Lamine Yamal, he's getting re-released. We talked about selling these cards days ago. You don't want to have this card in your club right now. He's going to drop further today. He's going to drop further tomorrow and Friday when he gets put into packs, most likely as well. But what's interesting to watch today is what cards are not talked about, because they're not going to re-release every card in La Liga team of the season. Is Rafinha going to get in? Is Jude Bellingham, Pedri, Vinny? I think that one of those guys we just mentioned probably doesn't get in, and therefore could actually go back up in the market. That's the most interesting thing for me. As you're watching the leaks today, or if they tweet out the full team, even if those leakers know ahead of time, let's say Pedri is not getting re-released, just as an example. Let's say he doesn't get re-released. His card might start to go up a little bit, but then they tweet that he's not in, he's going to skyrocket, right? A card like that, who is rare, popular, 95, 96, 97 rated, maybe 4 play stop pluses, that has a lot of hype. If they're not in, that's just something you want to watch out for on the market today for sure. And like I mentioned as well, we're still really waiting on a lot of news of what are the other special cards that are getting re-released that we don't know much about yet. So that's kind of the situation there with the cards that are coming into packs. Now, really quick mention here for red picks. This tweet was kind of popping off yesterday, and I saw a lot of people talking about it. There's no guaranteed rating for Ultimate TOTS player picks this week in Foot Champs Rewards. I personally don't see this as a problem. A lot of people don't like that because it feels like, oh, you could get absolutely shafted in your rewards, but it's Ultimate TOTS. Almost all the players that are going to be in packs are going to be of a rating that is 93, 94, 95 or above, especially a lot of 94, 95s and above. So with a rating guarantee here, like if they said 93 plus, it would probably only take out 3 or 4 players. Sure, those are going to be probably the most common cards we see in the Reds, but honestly for me, that's not a huge deal. You do get the ultimate men/women. Like if you get rank 4, you get the men/women. So you're not having the minor league in this. 1 player pack, the ultimate premium pack, which would be 3 players, I do believe. This for rank 4. Rank 2, you're getting up here to a 1 of 5 pick, 2 of them, and you're getting a 3-player pack tradable, and then an elite TOTS pack, which I think is 5, or 7, however many that is. So the rewards, I still think it's not an improvement. It's going to be maybe a little bit because of what cards are in packs, but I just saw a lot of people talking about that, like, oh, rewards are going to suck. I don't think so. It's Ultimate TOTS. It's not going to be any worse than a normal week. Hopefully we get some other weekend league objectives this weekend too to add on some extra red picks. That would be dope because La Liga rewards, I think we can all agree, were the best rewards by far throughout any week of team of the season because those extra picks were in objectives. Now real quick to end off the conversation about Ultimate TOTS, and actually looking forward to Shapeshifters. This pack code has a couple of Easter eggs in it for us. Now, firstly, some of these packs that are in here are going to go in the store, and other ones are going to be in objectives. But also right here, Ultimate Shapeshifters pack contains 11 Shapeshifter player items. This is a couple weeks down the line. That guarantees, and this pack here, Elite Shapeshifters pack, having 5 Shapeshifters, that guarantees that Shapeshifters are going to be replacing TOTS cards in Weekend League rewards after this week. So that's actually kind of cool. We'll be playing for those cards as red picks inside of there. But also, some of the packs that were added to the code yesterday really look like they're going to be a part of the objectives. We have a 94 plus times 5 pack. That is just like the 93 plus times 5 pack that we had for this last season. That was kind of like the seasonal objective. You've got a Shapeshifters Team 2 and Team 3. So Shapeshifters is going to be a 3-week-long promo, which is kind of long, but also kind of short compared to the whole 7 weeks that we just had of Team of the Season. I just thought that was worth mentioning there, as there's definitely going to be a new seasonal objective today with the weekly play type of situation. So we'll be watching out for a 94.5 and the specific packs that we will be getting from that. Now, let's talk about the market a little bit more. Obviously, prices absolutely in the gutter. Take a look at Rafinha, 1.7. Again, one of or two or three of these cards from La Liga TOTS that are very hyped are not going to get re-released. Sure, you have a lot of different leagues here, and there's going to be some players that get left out, but that's the most interesting thing for me today. If there's somebody from TOTS that you want for your team, like let's say Reinders or DeMarco, or maybe it's even a card from like this team right here of the Saudi League and MLS, a card like Diaby, he may not get re-released. Card like Cancelo, Milinkovic-Savic, Ibanez, they potentially could not get re-released. These cards from the Saudi and the MLS that are in packs for rewards today, they actually could end up being pretty decent investments. Again, just be careful about who you're buying, because of course, Suarez, very high chance that he gets re-released. That's a card that a lot of people would like to have, but also probably don't want to pay the big bucks for, since he's most likely getting re-released. But then you look at like Bundesliga TOTS, a card like Upamecano, that could be a card who's not down a ton, but could rebound heavy after the news of who's in or who's not. Verts, maybe same thing. A lot of the hype right now with his name because of transfer rumors. Kane's probably going to get re-released. Olise probably too, but you never know. That's the number one thing to watch out for today. I still think it's best to be safe on the market right now, and I don't even think TOTS cards would be your best part of the market that you'd really want to invest in, but it is just something to kind of keep in mind today with what is coming out in the leaks that we are going to be looking forward to having. Now, I want to talk about these cards next. The women's UCL and the men's UCL, also including Chelsea and Spurs. A lot of these cards tanked. They have absolutely gone into the mud. Look at Barcola, 1.32. He was 1.7 yesterday, right? These cards, I still believe, are not going to be a part of the re-release of what's coming back into packs. I think these cards could actually end up being great investments for a Friday night weekend league bubble rise. Think about it. Ultimate TOTS cards are in red picks this weekend. These cards are going to have a lot of people going after them because they're 5.5. They're still hyped. They're very rare. Even these cards right here that are going to be in rewards today, I think these cards, after a couple hours of rewards, could be phenomenal investments because they are so cheap, in my opinion, compared to some of the other cards that are as rare as these. As long as they don't get re-released, these cards, the UCL cards, Spurs, same thing, those cards will be my favorite cards to watch this weekend, starting from today into tomorrow and Friday night, Saturday as well. These would be my favorite cards to watch 100% for the short-term flips because they're rare. There's a lot of hype on them still. I've even bought a few of them, and right now, some of them are still dropping lower. Like I bought some Mayalus on stream yesterday. You guys maybe saw it for like 440,000 coins. He was almost 470. Right now, he's like 430,000 coins at the moment. Have a couple of Marquinhos. I bought a Barcola as well. So it feels like you're playing with a little bit of fire there, but I also think there's decent rebound potential on a few of those. It just feels like we're in uncertain waters right now on the market, and I think for good reason, because of the new season passes coming out today, players that people would want to try, and then all the Ultimate TOTS cards and whatever is getting re-released. That's really what we're looking for in terms of the news today on Thursday. So watch those leaks there. Now, really quickly, let's end the video off with what sort of content we're going to be expecting today. Not really a whole lot. We should have a brand new daily login with an objective to tie in alongside with that. One thing I do want to mention here really quick, if you're wanting to do the Build Your TOTS Evo, I just noticed this as I just finished it myself. This expires today at content. So you got to get your 7 wins done, maybe squad battles, rivals, get this one done, and then your 35 goals in one game. I got to claim this. I wanted to wait to claim this until I had the SP sitting on my unassigned. Now I'm going to claim this and claim those Evos. I just said the word claim like 10 times, but I'm going to get my Evos put on to my Walker Zimmerman center back card. Get that one boosted up. But yeah, we should have a new daily log in today. We should also have throwback marquee matchups, which isn't a big thing, but it is out there. Still waiting for the Robin Van Persie SBC. You know, that doesn't really fit the theme of what this promo is. coming up with the end of an era cards, at least in my opinion. So maybe the Robin Van Persie SBC will be today. There's no leaks about that, but that's just a guess. Hopefully it's soon, because that was kind of tweeted about and promised a little while ago now. It's been a few days. Nothing to show for it yet. Maybe we do have one last Evo today before we get into Ultimate TOTS weekend as well. I think the Evo leagues are kind of the next thing. Boom, big SBCs for the end of an eras. What's happening with Evos for Ultimate TOTS 2? That's my biggest question. And it is the last day to finish the Cup. This is going to be my grind today on stream. I know it's tough to find games in the Saudi Cup, but I'm going to try to get them done today. Play 5, win 5, and that one in the MLS Cup to get my lone Messi and Ronaldo, those Evos, and some extra packs. I'm fully in a pack save mode right now on this game. I did all of my upgrade packs from the daily grind yesterday. The only packs that I'm opening are 82 plus and below guaranteeds, and I'm still opening like the super daily bronze, the crafting and the grinding upgrades, because that is kind of what is funding me saving the 8314s, the 85 times 5 combos. Opening these is totally fine, 100% fine right now, because that's giving you the 82s, 3s, 4s, and 5s that you need to go and do those upgrades, maybe to do a Team of the Week upgrade as well. I'm trying to save, and I would probably recommend you guys doing this as well. Save as many Team of the Seasons as you can at this point. Sure, EA is probably going to drop some other SBCs that allow us to like do a TOTS upgrade sort of situation or something like that, but I think it's a good, smart decision right now to start trying to save a few of your Team of the Season cards in the club, just because of a lot of SBCs upcoming, a lot of the SBCs that refresh on the daily that need Team of the Season cards. So it's going to be pretty easy to run out soon, which is why I think TOTS cards are a good investment. So that's the video for today. Obviously, the season pass, however much it costs, however it feels and looks, those players do look pretty good. I'm excited for it today. I'm excited to see all of the other small things, the packs, the Evo consumables, the position change stuff inside of the paid and the free season pass, specifically the free one that we don't necessarily know about yet. Some of those rewards are a bit of a surprise. Really, really curious about that, and to see what more news we hear about Ultimate TOTS coming tomorrow. If you guys are excited for it, again, drop a thumbs up on the video. Make sure to drop in the stream today. We'll be looking through all the leaks as they come out, the new content that comes out today, and of course, we will get ready for a big day of Ultimate TOTS tomorrow. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys on stream today here on YouTube or on Twitch. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Thursday. Peace out.